What is up, XRP community? Welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me. I want to talk about XRP's journey to $14, some relevant lawsuit information, and then some general crypto stories happening in the broader financial markets. Let's hop right into it. So we have this thread here. The word de-dollarization has been being thrown around a lot lately, and Elon Musk actually responded to this tweet. This lady says the US dollar is losing its world reserve currency status. Some people think this is a nothing burger. Some people like Elon Musk think it's a big issue. He goes, serious issue. US policy has been too heavy-handed, making countries want to ditch the dollar. So it's important you not just hear de-dollarization, but you actually understand what it's going on with. The US dollar has been the backbone of the global economy for decades. Several countries even use the dollar as the official currency, like El Salvador, Panama, and Ecuador. And I've talked about this conference before, guys. I always go back to this because I think this paints the picture of how something like XRP will be used as a supranational currency in the future. In 1944, the Bretton Woods Agreement established the US dollar as the world reserve currency. 44 countries agreed to a global monetary system that would be underpinned by the US dollar, which was in turn backed by gold. This system was done away with in 1971. So before I continue on here, that same conference that they're talking about right here, 1944, the Bretton Woods Agreement, yeah, you know they talked about another plan at that conference called the Keynes-Triffin Plan. The Keynes-Triffin Plan would create an international central bank with an international supranational currency, meaning a currency that is for the whole world, not just one nation, and a new global central bank that all the central banks would work through. Instead, we went with the US dollar. 100 years later, how is the US dollar working as a reserve currency? So go back to that conference and look into the Keynes-Triffin Plan, because I think it perfectly spells out a case for XRP. Historically, the US dollar has been a safe haven for international investors. In times of crisis, money often flows into the dollar, but 2014 was a huge turning point. Russia and China looked to shift the paradigm. They no longer wanted to rely on the US dollar for international trade and investment. De-dollarization is happening everywhere. Just like 3 days ago, I posted a video of the president of Kenya, I believe, talking about the risks of holding dollars for his citizens and basically telling them that the dollar could go to zero in a matter of weeks. Kind of alarming stuff, but just the fact that the president of a nation is saying that is alarming. Central banks bought gold at a faster pace last year. Let that sit in. Central banks bought gold at a faster pace last year than they have in any year since 1987. This signals a desire for countries to back their own currencies with gold rather than the US dollar. Today, trade is shifting away from the US dollar. Take a look at the volume of China and Russian trade denominated in the yuan since the start of 2022. Guys, look how rapidly this is expanding. The start of 2022 and the explosion of Chinese-Russian trade. And the real question you have to ask yourselves, guys, is when the US dollar does not take up 100% of global trade. We obviously see from this chart right here, the yuan trade is surging just in the start of 2022 alone, and it's only going to continue to surge more. At what point of the global market trade will the US Army decide we're going to do something about this? In 248 years of American history, the USA has not been in a war for 16 years. All right? That's what started our country, and it's what fuels our country and its massive GDP ever since. I don't think the U.S. will just let its world reserve currency status be taken away by other people, but it is clear de-dollarization is happening in real time. Question for you guys right here. Politics aside, I think this is pretty crazy. I'm not going to read this headline because there is censorship on here, but I think this is absolutely absurd. What happened to my body, my choice? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about everything going on with here. Now, before these legal updates, really quick, if you guys need an exchange to get XRP, I recommend Uppool. It's sleek, it's simple, and secure, and it's where I dollar cost average my Flare and my XRP every single day. A link to Uphold in the video description below. And if you want $41 guaranteed for free, sign up with Webull, deposit 1 penny. You can get up to $3,000 in free stocks. Now, typically, you're just going to get $40 to $300, but it's a great offer just for signing up, depositing 1 penny. You're guaranteed $41 in minimum stock values. Sell your stocks, close your account, buy McDonald's, buy XRP, do whatever you want, but don't miss out on this great offer with Webull. It does end soon. A link in the video description below. Jeremy Hogan really setting up this library lawsuit. This was a lawsuit about an unregistered security from a company called Odyssey, basically like a YouTube type company, but more decentralized. And he summarizes their lawsuit. The judge says, SEC, you need to be reasonable. Library says they won't be reasonable. SEC says, we reserve the right to not be reasonable, and we probably won't. The judge, well, okay then. It's kind of like when the SEC says to exchanges like Coinbase and companies like Ripple, come in and register with us. Come in with us and get regulatory clarity, or else we're going to throw a lawsuit at you like we have done this year. They made efforts to come in and talk. And here they're saying, oh yeah, you need to be reasonable. And the SEC is saying, well, we reserve the right not to be reasonable and probably won't. It just understates how many games and all the hypocrisies of the organization like the SEC. As always, guys, I've been saying this a lot in my videos lately, but this is the best month I've had on YouTube, so I want to take a moment to say thank you for all the support. When I get likes, subscriptions, good comments on the channel, it gives me feedback and lets me know the content I'm putting out is valuable, so thank you guys in advance for that. You never have to hit the like button, but just know it is genuinely appreciated when you guys do, and it's the best way to give me good feedback, so thank you in advance. And as you can see, my Twitter's right here. I have it in a link in the video description below. The best spot to tweet me articles, information, or just contact me is on Twitter, okay? And this is probably a good time to say I give away $10 in XRP on the channel every day. Enter the giveaway, just like the video, subscribe, notifications on, and comment anything in the YouTube comments below. And you can find the winner from yesterday in the video description as always. So Nick Sortor says this, guys, what is going on here with all these natural events? It's very alarming to me. As someone who lives not too far from the Ohio River, breaking news, Kentucky Emergency Response Team is on the scene of a crashed barge carrying 1,400 tons of toxic methanol submerged in the Ohio River. This is a month after we had the East Palestine, Ohio thing. If you're living under a rock, maybe you didn't hear about that, but that was the toxic train that for the whole week after it derailed and spilled all this toxic material was totally a blackout on the mainstream media. You did not hear about this. And we've seen a few other events like this. Now, just yesterday, we have this barge, it looks like, going under this bridge. It got turned around and it's crushed now. And all of this toxic stuff is going into the Ohio River. For my people outside of the USA, the Ohio River is one of the many major river systems in the USA, and people get their fresh water from this Ohio River. So if you're not rich, it's hard to buy bottled water, but tap water, some people think it's nothing. And I have a lot of older subscribers on the channel. You guys might have been drinking tap water your whole lives. You know, tap water 50 years ago may not have been the same as today, but I swear against tap water. I have an over-the-sink oxidizing reverse osmosis filter. So a Brita filter is not actually good, because a Brita filter, one of those just jugs that just filters your water, and you just pour it in a glass, that actually takes out the good minerals. There's good minerals in water too, and that strips everything out. You want to get an above-sink reverse osmosis filter. It's not expensive, but tap water is really overrated. Your health is worth more than that. I'm going to wrap this up here, guys. I'm going to make another video shortly. So yeah, join the Telegram. I have a free Telegram chat group where we just talk about crypto. Follow me on Twitter. And as always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of your families. If you made it to the end of the video, comment Ohio River in the comment section below. If anyone lost their life in this event, God bless them. Always a travesty, but comment Ohio River if you made it to the end of today's video. God bless you guys. Have a great weekend. It's Friday, I believe. It's Thursday, almost to the weekend. All right, take care.